Pete, what's your overall thoughts on the first game of the season?
Yeah, the feeling of losing never goes away, does it? It's a disappointing feeling. So I think the lads will be feeling that now. But I've no complaints on how we went about the game. We were hugely up for it. As you know, we waited a long time for this first game. And credit to Hampshire, it was a tighter game than it looks maybe on paper towards the finish. It was tight all the way through. They just got a few more runs in the first innings, and that put us under pressure really. Them chasing 130, suddenly getting off to a reasonable start, it made it very difficult for us.
Yeah, in a low-scoring game, is that where you felt the difference was in the end, those first innings runs?
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult one. It's a difficult one to judge on the pitch. The pitch was decided to bat or bowl. I don't think the pitch changed too much. I think maybe today, difficult to read whether it just got a little bit, it quietened itself down a little bit when the sun came out. It was never an easy pitch to bat on. There was always a ball in it for you, I think, and not an easy pitch to score at any rate. I think we saw that by the game. So, yeah, I mean, I think we'd be a bit frustrated because it wasn't a great pitch, but we don't make any excuses. We're better for a run out. We'll come back. We've got a home game against Somerset, which we got 2 or 3 days to get ourselves ready for.
Yeah, not too many big scores, not too many big partnerships across the game. What do you think the trick was? What's your impression of to getting runs on that pitch in the last few days?
Well, I don't know. I mean, no batter ever dominated at any stage because it had a bit of variation in bounce and a bit of pace, so it made it difficult to settle as a batter. I think there's some good bowlers on display as well, which probably I think in a Bass was probably the pick of the bowlers. You got the movement out. Abbott bowled really well for them second innings. Similar for us, I thought Luke Fletcher was very good. Dane Patterson similar. First innings, certainly when he changed ends, got a lot out of the pitch. So, it's one of those games when you look back on it, we, as I say, no complaints. We'll look to get better, tidy ourselves up a bit, ready for Somerset in a few days' time.
Yes, a slightly refreshed look to the Notts bowling lineup and to the Notts batting order as well. What did you make of Ben Duckett's move back up to open for Notts and his partnerships with Haseeb?
Yeah, I thought we had 2 good opening partnerships really. They would have liked to extend both of them, I think. They both played really well. I think first innings looked quite tough up front. There's been a bit of moisture around. But Ben's a super player, and as is Haas, and together they look to take the game to the opposition really. In difficult conditions, and as I say, we got 2 solid starts really, scoring at a good rate, and in many ways they'd look back and they'd hope they could have extended it. I think we got bowled out, certainly first innings. Abbas got the ball sort of moving and didn't miss his length very much at all, but yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Ben Slater seemed to settle in well at 3, so it's a bit of a change, but with Ben's sort of the fact that he's now opening for England, it means he gets that clarity. He's obviously got a great chance, I think, of getting an opportunity in the Ashes, which we all hope he will do. And he's got an opportunity now to do it for us.
And at this early stage in the season, how useful is it for you and for the group to be back in action so quickly and to be back at home come Thursday?
Well, it's a good time of season, I think. It's six games that come pretty thick and fast. They come 6 and 7 weeks. So we look forward to that. And we know you're going to lose some games this time of year, So the key is really that as a side, you've prepared well, which we did. We were massively up for the challenge and we got stuck in. And as I say, we came up a bit short. That's, you've got to take that as part of sport and come back then, tidy up a few areas. There's little bits, that everybody will just want to get a little bit better, a little bit more, extend the partnership a bit more. Bowlers just hold it for a little bit longer, create that little bit more pressure. We'll look to put that into practice against Somerset, as I say, when we get them at Trent Bridge in a few days.